signs everywhere. Signs. Signs for your business and signs for your ride. SignBro's is the place where we make your signs. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
All right, you did it. Good morning. We are the SignBroCast. Welcome to the show. We're all up in your business today from Paradox Studio, Mr. Tony Smoke Arispe.
Yeah.
Arispe.
Good morning, man.
We'll put a little bit of auto tune on all of ours on that little intro.
Right? That would be fun.
Some little effects.
Why the nickname Smoke?
Because when I was in high school, one of my best friends says that I look like Smokey the Bear.
Smokey
Yeah.
the Bear.
So that has been my nickname since I was a teenager.
So have you always worn the hat?
No,
So
it's something new.
You kind of added the smoke to the persona. I mean, the hat to the persona of Smoke.
Right?
Or Smokey the Bear.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
look good. You look good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because you were a big guy, because we know you lost a lot of weight recently. We'll talk
Recently,
about
yes.
that. Or because you were fuzzy, was he?
Cuddly. Both, I guess both, right?
Oh, man. We had you here not too long ago because you were a friend with
Hesma.
Hesma,
yeah.
yes, and we have her podcast coming out soon. And she brought you along because you work with her in the music part.
Yes.
But we decided to bring you back because it was so interesting what you do with the recording.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
talk-
Thanks for having me.
Paradox.
I love this place.
Thank
It's
you.
awesome.
Awesome, man.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
gave us a lot of compliments about this place.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
awesome. I really want to jam out with you guys here. You know?
We'll figure out something.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, having a recording studio in El Paso, how is it? Because I know there's quite a bit of studios here, a lot of competition.
Yeah.
What makes yours stand out that you think? I know you do the engineering yourself.
Yeah.
Everything yourself.
Yes. I've been doing this for 15 years full time.
Wow.
So I'm in no competition with anybody. You know, I've always been in my own lane. So that's how I see it. You know.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And
Especially
I work
nowadays.
with a lot of local artists. I work with we work with people from around the world. So it's
Gotcha.
awesome. It's awesome.
Do you have a particular genre that you prefer to work with, or you've recorded everything?
I've recorded a lot of different genres, right? And I do a lot of hip hop,
okay.
R&B, rap music,
Okay.
Oh, nice.
because that's what our studio is known for.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And but we do also do a lot of rock, a lot of Spanish music, norteño.
You could create the
Cumbia.
beats from scratch if somebody gives you a.
Yes. Yeah, we could do
A rough
everything
track
from
or-
scratch. Our concept is if you can think about it, we can make it happen.
There you go.
Nice.
So
All you need is an idea. Huh?
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, I know we went for a good while. I guess it must have been probably 7-8 years ago or something. We had a bunch of local little rappers that would come, and they were all recording at your place.
Really?
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. They would bring we would make like their CD sleeves and stuff for them.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. But I remember Dreamer came by. Rest in peace. He
Oh,
passed
wow.
away. He was recording there.
Yeah.
And a couple about 3 or
Yeah,
4 other
they'd
guys that would all
always
come around
mention
the time, and they're all Paradox, man. All
Awesome.
Paradox guys that are doing the recordings there with you.
Awesome. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good to
It was,
hear.
that was a good while in the early 2000s, huh? When they
Yeah,
were-
yeah,
hip hop was
Yeah.
really in.
yeah.
And you're located off of Montana, right? You've been there the whole entire time?
No. We've been there for the past 5 years. It's at 11340 Montana and close to George Theater in Montana. So we've
Gotcha.
been there for 5 years.
Wow.
You probably have some good stories of artists coming in and making
Yes.
some good music there in the studio.
Yes, definitely, definitely. We've had a lot of good people, a lot of good people, regular everyday musicians that are awesome.
From out of town also.
From out of town, local, all the way up to multi,
Gotcha.
Grammy
Oh, really?
nominated,
Oh, nice.
platinum artists,
Any
So-
names you can drop?
Yes, the last platinum artist we had was Project Pat from
Oh,
36
wow.
Mafia.
Wow, that's huge,
Yeah.
man.
He was there.
That's huge.
Cool.
So it's awesome.
Did you guys? How many songs did you guys record, or
He-
what did you guys do?
He was doing some work, some verses for one of his friends. So
Oh, nice. And
So, yeah.
why did he come here? I mean, out of curiosity.
through contact, a producer that I work with.
Okay.
He produces worked for him, so he brought him into the studio.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, pretty awesome guy. Yeah.
Isn't like one of them southern rappers, right?
Yeah, I think
Like
he's from
Atlanta or somewhere in
Memphis.
Memphis?
I think he's from
Oh,
Memphis,
okay.
or he lives in Memphis. Yeah.
Interesting, man.
Yeah.
And when it comes to, because we have experience recording as well too,
Mm-hmm.
how often do you get guys that come here and have no experience? Because a lot of people think you just go in there and do what you do and you're out of there.
Yeah.
Well, they don't realize that for a 3-4 minute song, that could be days sometimes
Oh
recording
yeah.
a song.
Yeah, definitely. Thank God everybody that comes to my studio is up to par.
They know what they're doing.
All right.
Yeah,
That's good.
so
That helps.
you know, I honestly, I do record people that are fresh and new. I'm not gonna say that, but the majority of our clients are people that are looking for a certain type of sound. You know, so you know, our artists that come in, they're pretty up to
Gotcha.
par as far as you know, delivery. But regardless of what level they're at, we're gonna make them sound good.
Gotcha.
You know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But just for those who don't have experience in the studio, especially if you're paying by the hour, you know, it's nice to know what you're doing as far as your repertoire and stuff like that.
Definitely.
Because I know I'm not at your level as far as recording, but I've been with people that have no experience, and we can stay there stuck all day if there's no preparation. But at the same time, it's fun to help them create as you're going too, because they realize, you know, we didn't realize we could do that. Well, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool in that sense.
Yeah, definitely. I think that it's something that's important because the experience helps a lot. The experience helps a lot because sometimes, you know, you get into situations where there's a lot of technical stuff involved, and that's what consumes a lot of the time. Yeah. So, but we work pretty fast, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty fast.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what is the average, like a 10-song CD project for a band that pretty much knows what they're doing from the start to mixing, mastering? How long is the usual? The usual, I know it doesn't always say the same.
You're talking about time?
Wow.
Time-wise, days-wise, 2
Time-wise,
weeks?
days, wow. I've never done it that fast.
Again, for a band that knows, you know, comes in and pretty much knocks out what they're doing.
Okay.
Months.
So, wow. That's a tough question.
Yeah, I know, because you might finish recording fast.
Yeah.
But the mixing part and
Exactly.
picking and, I want to hear that and change that, and that could take a while. I know
Yeah.
that.
So a lot of projects, you know, like you said, there's some elements involved. Like you record, you start mixing, and then you start doing post-production, and you start generating more ideas.
Yeah.
And then, you know, all the juices start flowing, so you start, you know, making the song better, and that's what we do.
Just layering on top of each other. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Real quick question, Brad. I know you were from earlier that we were talking. You said that you went to Socorro High School
Yes, sir.
along with Carlos over there.
Yeah.
When did you? How young were you when you decided that music was your passion? That's what you wanted to do.
I was about maybe 16 years old, and I was listening to the radio, and this song, I don't know if you guys remember Kid Frost. This artist named Kid Frost.
Yeah.
He came up with this song called La Raza,
This is for La Raza.
Yeah.
right?
Yes, sir.
And when I heard it, I'm like, hey, that's us. That sounds like us, you know? So I could relate to that, and that's really what got me into music. And I just started doing it at my mom's house in a home studio. And I was there for a few years. Even after I had graduated college at UTEP, I'm a HR business major.
Nice.
And, you know, I just kept on working. I was living at my mom's house at the time, and one thing led to another. And one of my friends partnered up with me, and we, you know, launched the studio in 2006.
Nice.
So it's been an adventure ever since then.
What was the first little device, your little recording
It's like
device?
the same thing.
So the first
Little
one that I
4-track or something?
yeah, it was a 4-track actually. It was a
Cassette.
Let's see, we've
You
got
and,
the same
you and
one.
Carlos go
Four track. Was it a 4-track cassette?
No, it was a
MIDI.
a MIDI
A mini disc.
mini disc,
disc.
a mini disc recorder. So it had. I'm sorry.
You're good.
So it was a small mini disc recorder, and it had 4 channels.
Yeah.
So what we would do back then, we would put the instrumental on 2 tracks because I didn't have a computer back then, right?
Sure.
and it was 2 channels, and we only had 2 tracks to record vocals. So that's how we were limited, right?
Uh-huh.
And what I didn't know is that I had an analog preamp. The channel where I was routing was analog, and that's how I would get good sound, good recordings. And at that time, I didn't know, So it was an analog front end, and I would get really good, warm recordings. And that's what, I guess I got lucky by buying that piece,
Yeah.
And that really, I guess, tailored the sound,
Gotcha.
And after that, I stuck with that analog concept, and
Gotcha. You were higher class than I was, man. I was with the old cassettes.
the cassettes,
4-track
right? Yeah.
cassette.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the rewind button was broken, so
Yeah.
I'd have to play it, stop it, flip it over, and go back and forth. So yeah.
Right. Yeah.
He was a master at that, man. You could hear him from the other room, and and then we'd walk in, and then he'd have that thing down so
Right.
fast, man.
Yeah.
He'd flip that cassette around and push the forward button, and flip it back around, push play.
Right. Yeah.
It was a Ross 4x4.
Ross 4x4.
Ross 4x4. Yeah, it was a cassette player. Do you still have that player by chance?
I don't
Really?
have it.
I would love
don't
to
have
see
it.
that now.
Yeah.
Because mini disc was a pretty good format when it came in. I liked mini disc.
It was
Yeah.
really
Clean.
dependable and clean.
Yeah, and I love
It
that you
was
could just change the lay of the songs real quick.
Yeah.
This is geek talk now, right?
good. Right.
Well, out of those 4 tracks, you could dump them into 1 track and then have those other 3 clear, or
So yeah, after that, the way I would print them is I didn't have a computer, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't know anybody that had a studio, and I would look online and try to research everything. So what I did, I ordered a DVD recorder.
Ah,
So I would hook up the mini disc to the DVD recorder and record the audio there.
master it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, we're like different generations. I did the same thing, but I did with the VHS.
Oh wow, the VHS.
Yeah, because I worked the same way. It was a nice wide, the spectrum was spread out. It was pretty good. So that's funny. Did you do
A lot of people underestimate the VHS, but that's
know.
the true analog
Yeah.
symbol, the true analog waveform. So if you know what you're doing, you
it
get a
was
good sound.
Especially you
off
got the
of
VHS stereo and stuff. Yeah.
Definitely.
So did you do the whole concept with your mom in the house? The 8 crates on the wall, 16 years old, 8 crates and foam and
Oh, my God.
mattresses and whatever you could find.
I did, exactly. I turned my bedroom into a studio. I made the corner into a vocal booth.
There you go.
I took out all the furniture, bought some sofas, bought a fridge, and equipment after that, and it was
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
you guys are the same. He's like 5-6 years behind you.
But I would do the mattresses when we would record drums. I would make a drum booth with mattresses, with the cushions from the sofas. And that's how.
Yeah.
That's
So
how
then
it
you were
was.
definitely, that was definitely your passion then, definitely.
Right.
Definitely, I loved
Yeah.
it.
No, I always tell people too. I talk with a lot of people that always tell me, because I like to do acapella stuff.
Okay.
Vocals, and they always say, "Well, when I get my equipment, I'll do this and that." And I said, "No, you start with what you got."
Exactly.
Because if you stay waiting for the next thing, you're never going to get done.
Yeah.
'Cause
Exactly.
Technology is always constantly changing.
Yeah.
So I was content with my little, cassette player, just the way you were content with your mini disc player, and then from there, just take it, man.
Yeah, definitely. And I always tell people that it's not the equipment, it's who's working
Sure.
the equipment,
Yeah.
Because, we can do good mixes in a laptop in a
Sure.
hotel room. And once you know what you're doing, then, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
Real quick, like a business question. When you first you said you were in 2006. What did you do, if you don't mind answering it? How did you get your initial investment to start buying all this equipment for business?
Investment,
Did
okay.
you pull out a loan or something like that, or?
Kind of like that. I partnered with one of my friends, and he went to my mom's house, and he saw that, it was my passion, and I had a lot of business, and I would prefer to stay home in the studio than go out partying, And he saw the dedication, and he asked me that how much
Did you need to
would
get
need to
started?
get started. So I told him 100,000, right? And he asked me, how did you get that number?
Shoot high, yeah.
And I pulled out a business plan. right?
Nice.
And then he asked me, how are you going to learn to work all this equipment? And I told him, ask me a question. And we shook hands. The next day, we went out looking for a location,
Wow.
and we ordered about $40,000 of equipment the next day, brand new. It was like a dream come true.
I can see, look at that excitement on his face.
Who's this buddy of yours with this number?
Right? Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Wow.
And you still have most of that equipment
I do. I have everything from the initial
investment.
Yeah. So
That's good.
and then some. I recently upgraded.
Sure.
We recently upgraded the studio, so
Wow.
it's awesome. We
Is
have
he still
true
a partner
hybrid.
of yours, or?
Yes, he's a
Oh,
partner.
oh.
Nice.
He's my partner. So.
Hi, partner.
Yeah.
Right. I'll bring him in next time. So you guys can meet
there
him.
you
Yeah.
go.
No, so, but it's just interesting enough because some of the equipment now, like I said, it gets outdated fairly quick.
Yes.
But yet it seems like a lot of people are going back to that older sound analog, like you said, and they
Yeah.
like particular older style equipment.
So
That's interesting, yeah.
So this is like a misconception that people have is that people think that they gotta have all the new stuff for a good sound. Microphones actually sound better as they age, right? So even a cheap mic will sound good if it's got some time and some use on it, right?
Some character, huh?
So so if you have a real good quality microphone and it's 20 years old, then
Keep it.
it's gonna sound better than when it was new.
Got you.
And you guys know the same thing about the guitars, you know, when you play a guitar and you're playing it for so long, then there's a lot of
Better
science
sound.
behind it,
Yeah.
but it starts, contouring to the sound that you're playing and your style, and the same thing with the equipment.
Sure.
The same thing with the microphone, the speakers, but as far as the equipment, it's like a never-ending thing, and
Sure.
it's awesome to see all the growth out there as far as digitally, but if you have the most expensive digital equipment that you can buy up to date now, we're still going to make that into an analog field.
Sure. Gotcha.
Because that's what we do.
Sure.
The computer interprets zeros and ones to music, but music is not zeros and ones, right? It's more than that.
Yeah. Wow. Even like headphones, I remember headphones too. Headphones have like a break-in period, huh? You have to break them in.
They
The
do.
more I use, they break in, they feel
do.
better. Yeah. That's just driving me nuts with headphones. I couldn't figure that out. I thought new meant good.
Yeah.
But after a while, so many hours, you can feel the difference. It's interesting how that works.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the the company and it's a lot of variables that go
Sure.
into the equipment nowadays.
Exactly.
The technology is really, really great. I started with Pro Tools 5.2, and right now we're on Pro Tools 12 point something. Right?
Wow.
So.
So you learned the recording aspect with Pro Tools?
Yes, as soon as I could afford a computer, when we bought a computer, that's when I really had no limits, right? Because the programs, the software is made to...
So advanced, yeah.
It's so advanced that you can do anything you can imagine, really. Once you know how to use it, there's nothing you cannot do that you can't achieve in a program. So the key is to learn how to use it, right?
Would you say you've mastered Pro Tools, or there's still a lot of stuff that you
I mean, wow.
still learning every day?
It's
I
like
bet.
I've guesstimated the amount of time that we put into the studio, and I put about over 20,000 hours.
I believe it. Wow.
Over 20,000 hours of studio time. Easy.
Wow.
Wow.
12 hard drives in
12 hard drives.
in the history book.
So far.
Yeah. So I feel that we've grown with the city because the recordings that we did in 2006 when we first started,
Oh yeah.
we still have them in our hard drives.
Wow.
And so what we're doing now, and I feel that we've grown with the city, So
Yeah.
I feel that the city's ready for the next evolution,
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow. Wow.
Did you feel? You said that you started in about 2006. When did this whole these programs that you can buy and record on your laptop? When did that all come in? And did you feel like a drop off of people wanting to record now being able to do it on their own on their laptop?
Yeah.
Or on their laptop?
Yeah.
Did you feel that? that drop when that
Business-wise.
business-wise when
They'll
when
affect your
all that
business.
stuff come in.
When everybody's doing it in their home.
Actually, the business went up, believe it or not, because
They realize
I
that
help-
it's not that easy.
yeah, I mean, I help people build home studios and, consult them about equipment, stuff like that, when they ask for my advice. So I help people connect their studios, tune them, and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, we can still make music sound good, and that's our profession, right? So a lot of this music stuff is a matter of preference, So some people like their music a certain way in the drums, right? Some people like a certain feel in their vocals, right? Yeah. And, so it's a matter of preference, really. And it's really about working well with people, because once you translate the ideas that the musicians have and the concepts into the project, then that's what we try to achieve,
Gotcha. Wow. So let me ask you this, as an engineer and people in the studio, what's your feel on like auto-tune, which is very well popular out there?
Auto-tune, honestly, I love auto-tune.
Okay.
I work with it every day, right? And I love it. And I guess the misconception that people have about auto-tune is that a lot of people use it, right? But I think that a lot of people use it because it's pretty fun. It's really fun to record with autotune. And after people hear themselves, then it's fun.
Gotcha.
You become a kid,
Gotcha.
and you have fun, and that's what it's all about.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
Have you
So
done
it's a fun plugin.
Have you done any acapella stuff, like people just know it? Well, obviously no instruments, and that's when I guess that's probably what he was getting to too, as far as the auto tune, when it comes to just vocals and just harmonies.
Yeah, we have
really?
done
Nice.
acapellas. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
definitely. And those are fun.
Yeah,
right? Those are
yeah,
fun.
because that's a lot more difficult to do than with instruments.
To track. Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
fun.
I think.
I think it's fun. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, but it's awesome. The acapella stuff
for
is
sure.
awesome.
Oh yeah,
As-
because there's no messing up, or when you do, you can hear it.
Right?
You can hear the mess up.
Yeah.
So,
Thank God for autotune. Right? That's where
there you go. That's what we're getting to.
that's where the autotune comes in,
Yeah.
and sometimes the autotune was made to correct the pitch, right?
Yes.
And we started using it as an effect.
Yes. Yes.
And we use other plugins the same way. We
Sure.
use EQs for effects, compressors
Gotcha.
for effects, and I don't know if those were designed for that, but we come up with all kinds of.
When you use
right,
auto tune when they're recording, do they hear? Is it going in as auto tune, or you add it after?
We could add it
During
the
so they
recording.
could hear themselves
Oh.
on their
Yes.
monitors
Yeah. So
sounding good.
Yes. Yeah. And we can do the recording with autotune or after post.
Yeah. Cool. Man, I love this
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah, no, yeah. I can tell.
We're gonna work soon.
guy's gonna be
You guys can go work if you want.
Yeah.
Me and Tony will continue this
Yeah,
conversation
right.
for sure. So for those of us who are geeks and love this kind of stuff, just tease us real quick some of your equipment that you use. Microphones. Do you have a preference to microphones, or you probably have a locker of microphones or
I have
good selection?
I have a few, but my go-to is Neumann U87.
Oh, nice. Gotcha.
So it's a German mic, right? And it's
just love the
considered an industry standard in the music industry.
Been around a long time.
Been around a long time.
Yeah.
Because it's a real musical microphone.
Gotcha.
So shout out to Germany for making that mic.
Watch how you raise that hand, buddy.
I said hello.
Nice.
Right.
Very cool, man.
Yeah.
And do you have in your studio? Do you already have your set tuned drums and stuff too, or is it you encourage your people to bring? The bands to bring their own stuff.
So yeah, we have our own drums.
Gotcha.
Recently upgraded and just purchased a DW double pedal,
Nice.
kick drum double pedal, the 5000 series.
Cool.
It's so smooth. We just
Nice.
use it and it's awesome. So yeah, we've done a few upgrades. The preamp that I like to use is based on the Need 1073
Okay.
by Warm Audio.
I've heard of them. Never see their
Yeah.
stuff though, but Warm Audio, yeah.
It's awesome.
Wow.
Awesome. Warm Audio is probably one of my favorite companies out there. Their equipment is so reliable. It sounds so good, so musical, and it's so affordable. And being affordable in the music industry does not go together, you know?
That's true.
So,
That's true.
Very true.
yeah, so the Warm Audio, if you want to check out those products,
Gotcha.
Warm Audio is those are good. So I use the preamp for Warm Audio, and I have other preamps as well. I have other analog preamps. I have a PreSonus ADL 600. That was my first one.
Gotcha.
It's a three-tube channel preamp. So recently, last year, we purchased the 2-Bus Plus, a mixing box for really for the computer recording. So this box, it's like a mixing box, so it gives you the spectrum of an analog spectrum instead of a digital spectrum. So when you're recording a computer, then you have limits, right?
Sure.
To the analog waveform, your sound can only be this wide. It can only be this high as far as the highs, and this low as far as the lows. So you have limits to how you can, mix the music and sound good in the box, what they call it, right?
Gotcha.
So in the analog domain, your canvas is about this big.
Wow.
And it's way louder. The lows are way more defined. So it's an awesome. You can compare it to working on a console, because you're mixing in the analog domain. So
But still staying digital.
still staying digital.
Gotcha.
So it works in the digital domain, but with the mixing
Gotcha.
bus, it's really opened up a lot of
Wow.
creativity as far as the canvas.
Sure.
The canvas is bigger, so the end result, you can hear it.
Very cool.
So it that upgrade made our studio into a hybrid studio, which is we work in the digital, but in the analog domain as well.
Nice. One more techie question for you then. One more. What interface do you use?
I use the Avid 192
Nice.
IO. Yeah.
Very cool.
Now
So-
I know how Carlos feels when we talk about sports.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, you guys go have your sports and your beer.
We're gonna go get to
Right?
work.
Yeah, we're gonna go get to
Yeah,
work. You
yeah.
guys go ahead and chat it out.
Right? All the technical
Go get
stuff.
a room.
Yeah. Go get a Go get a digital room.
Studio.
That's funny. I'm sorry.
But back
Continue,
to
man.
nowadays
Yeah.
with the online stuff, are you doing anything online? As far as I know, being with my emails, I'm getting bombarded with a lot of people. Hey, online courses for mixing or online tricks for effects. Are you venturing out at all during this time?
Oh
for
yeah.
that? Okay.
We've always been doing Pro
Oh.
Tools classes.
Okay. Good.
Oh, nice.
We do Pro Tools classes. So yeah.
Anybody that
it's-
wants to go and learn it.
Yes.
Awesome, man.
Anybody at any level that wants to learn.
And that's you teaching?
Yes.
Oh, nice. So how would they get a hold of you for that?
They can get a hold of me through our social media
Okay.
at Paradox Studio 915
We'll put it up.
on Instagram, and we're also on Facebook, Paradox Studio. And people can call me or text me at 915-633-5624.
Excellent.
Man, you just gave out your personal cell phone number. Huh?
That's my personal cell phone number.
Yeah, there. I want to talk to, what was the name of that rapper you had, that famous rapper? Can you talk to?
Project Pat.
Project there. Isn't it your project there?
Right?
But very cool, man. And kind of change it a little bit too. You recently have become vegan. I guess you would say that.
I don't consider myself vegan.
Okay.
Change his diet.
I eat plant-based, but I try to stick with the alkaline foods. So I stay away from the hybrid foods.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Because I went to go check out your Facebook and you were a little bit more in my range. You lost, I believe you said you lost in 3 months. How many pounds?
Actually, I haven't weighed myself.
Yeah, weigh yourself.
to be
Good
honest
for
with
you,
you.
good for you.
And
Yeah.
but my wardrobe has been replaced. I was wearing waistband size 40, and now I'm down to 32s.
Wow.
Ah, so you went from Carlos to Ike.
Yes.
See how they treat you?
Looking good.
I know. So yes, right. It's like a transformation.
Yeah,
It's
it
a transformation.
is.
Yeah. But it's an awesome
you feel good?
transformation. I feel great. And I'm taking care of my health and
Very important.
Kinda.
Yes.
Yeah.
kind of
Well, you can see in the difference in the pictures, definitely. So if anybody goes, that is him, okay? Don't think we got a look-alike or something. It's
Right.
actually you. Man.
Yes, I recently went to my family in Juarez to visit them, and they didn't recognize me.
Wow. Are you
Yeah,
serious?
my cousins were calling my aunts that somebody was
Verify.
outside. Yeah.
There's
Asking you for ID.
Smokey the Bear's outside.
Right?
Smokey Jr.
Yeah. And sometimes I see people and they don't recognize me, but the hat gives it away. Right?
Ah,
Nice.
so that's the hat. Very good. So because of that has led you into something else you're going to try doing. You talked about doing some online cooking classes.
Yes. A friend of mine and I are interested in, we're doing a lot of, experimenting with some nutrition, right?
Nice.
And we're trying to come up with these, homemade plates from this food that we, eat, but we don't know how to cook it. So we're trying to learn.
That would be
gotcha.
fun to
And
do on the show.
I want to, we wanted to start a cooking show and invite cooks to come and cook with us and
To show you
and
how
do
to
a
do it.
show
Oh,
and
nice.
to show us how to do it, but also to show people how to do it.
Nice.
Like for example, one of the ideas that we had was doing a Mexican plate, right? And we were talking about starting with the enchilada plate, which is enchiladas, beans, and rice, right? So we wanted to replace the tortilla with another type of grain like amaranth, some healthy grain that is considered healthy, right? Make the tortillas out of that. The Mexican salsa is already plant-based, right? It's the chiles, right? The chiles, the sauce. That's
Tomatoes and all.
the tomatoes. Yes. So that's. Can you tell I don't know how to cook? So we want to do this healthy Mexican plate, right? And the beans, we wanted to replace them with black beans, right?
That's good.
Black beans are considered healthier choice.
Really? Okay.
And also jasmine rice or wild rice would be a healthier choice, right?
Wow. So you were a
And
pretty brave guy.
Yeah.
so the cheese, I didn't know that they make cheese off of nut cheese, plant-based, right?
I know you.
They didn't either.
And it tastes exactly like cheese.
Really?
And so that would be the replacement of the cheese inside the enchilada, and it would be a healthy plate. So, if anybody's out there interested that's a cook and would like to help us,
Give it a
we're
shot,
looking
huh?
for
We would like
for
to try
people.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever you have that ready, can you bring us a plate?
Yeah, if you need some
Yeah, for
help
sure.
with that area, let's go.
Carlos will
I
definitely
do.
help.
I do.
I'll be your live subject. You can follow me as I lose weight with your food. How about that?
And the-
Right?
We'll document it.
Let's do it.
Let's
Let's do it. I'm up for it.
Well, actually, it's
Right
pretty
on,
neat
right.
because I know recording in the studio too. It's junk food all the time, man. So you might
Yes.
start a new trend with recording studio food or something. You never know.
Right. People used to bring me a lot of junk food
Oh, yeah.
to eat because that's how we
Just
would eat.
keep on
Just,
recording. Keep
stay
on
up all
recording.
night.
Keep on going.
Yes. So now we have a fruit basket all the time, and
People walk
It's
in
not-
like, what?
sometimes it's not available for clients because it doesn't make it to the session. I eat the entire.
You're your own
Fruit
best.
basket,
You're gonna be your own
yeah.
best client.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, so anything else available online that people can reach out to during this time if they're still kind of uneasy about being in person? You have the online classes.
Yes, if anybody's interested in sending us their audio recordings that they do at home, or if they record at another state, another country, then they could send us their info they could email us at paradoxceo@yahoo.com.
Oh, okay, cool.
Nice.
Or call us or text us at 915-633-5624.
Very cool.
Awesome, man.
We're just a call away or a text.
Interesting. We always challenge our business owners too. If someone was to call you up and mention, "Hey, I saw you on the broadcast," is there something you could throw in, a free veggie meal or a discount or something like that?
I would definitely
A hat, maybe.
Auto-tune.
I would
We'll throw an
definitely.
auto-tune.
I would definitely apply one of each of what you guys said.
One of each. Oh, you better watch
There you
it.
go, watch out.
A meal, a hat, and everything.
Yeah.
I said a free
the meal-
album, so
Right? A free album?
free album.
Okay.
Figure something out.
I have your album. Let's start with that.
There you go.
There you go.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time, man.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you. Thank
in.
you for inviting me. You guys have an awesome place, and I love your business. And I want to get a sign from you guys pretty soon for the studio.
Awesome.
Oh, very good.
Awesome. So maybe you guys can go to the studio.
Would love that.
And then
Better watch it, bro.
Yeah.
I'll bring my sleeping bag and everything.
You won't be able to get Carlos out of there. I guarantee you.
Right?
That. Yeah.
And we're not that far.
Maybe if you keep a fruit basket, then he'll leave for something else.
I'll bring the Chicos Tacos basket, okay?
Right?
Thanks for joining us, man. That was very interesting.
Yes,
man.
yes.
I love your
Awesome.
passion, man. That's awesome.
Awesome.
Thank-
I love being here. I like this place. This place has a good vibe, and I really want to come back and jam
Thank
out
you,
with
bro.
you guys.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Thank you to Smoke from Paradox Studios. We
Yes.
are the SignBroCast. We're all up in your business. Make sure to subscribe on the link below. Thank you for to our sponsor, and we are signing off.
Adios.
SignBros is the place where we make you sign.